So I have an 8-month-old little guy, and I needed a new wagon. She wanted, you know, the big red wagon type thing. We need something a little cooler. Obviously, we're hot rodders, and I don't want my kid having something that everybody else can have. So we're in the middle of our new little project. I'll take you through and show you what we got. So what we have here is a Power Wheels F-150 that we've stripped all the guts out of. Basically all we did was pull the wiring, pull the battery, pull all the wheels and the steering components, and we're left with just a body. This body here, pretty standard, nothing too crazy. Steering wheel, seats, got a little space in the back for some stuff for them. But yeah, we pulled everything else, and that's all we need. So I got a rough kind of measurements of what I really wanted, and this is what I came up with. That was a quick and easy 2-hour thing. I did a little bit of CAD, sent it over to our laser cutter, and got these back same day actually, by noon. So this is kind of what we're looking at. We have all these little tabs here. I made a bunch of extra, but all of these little tabs are shock tabs. So these are going to hold our little coilover shocks, and they're good for little gussets and whatnot in a frame. So we got a bunch of those made up. We got bead lock rings. Obviously you can't look like a hardcore off-roader without a set of bead locks. So we got these bead lock rings. This is our cradle. This is going to be one side of the cradle that'll hang underneath the truck, and your heim joints are going to come out of here and here, and they'll go down to the axles. Floor plates. So this plate, there's 2 little floor pads in there that I'll show you, and this plate goes one on the bottom and one on the top, and our cradle will get welded to this guy, something like that, and that'll hang down, which you'll see this part, you won't see this, it'll be flat against the floor. And lastly, our wheel plates. So this has the same bolt pattern as the wheels we're going to be using. I made this a little thicker. This is at 1/4 inch. Probably still didn't need to be that nuts, but whatever, I'm going to build it once. All this stuff here is all at 1/8 inch, and I'll show you the wheels. So these wheels you may recognize. These are the tires that came on our blue Project 4-wheeler. We removed those for another set, which I'll show you coming up here in a couple episodes. And we have nothing to do with these now. They still have awesome tread to them, so we might as well use them. This is the way they sit on the 4-wheeler. So we can put the bead lock ring like this. We'll leave a little bit of space here to get to our air fill. Or, I think what's going to happen is we're going to spin them around this way. If we spin them around, it'll give a much larger stance. The wheels will stick out a lot further from the side of the body. And I think it's kind of cool having that big dish in there. So like I mentioned, this flat plate here that's sitting down is going to be bolted to the bottom floor of the Power Wheels. These are going to be sticking down from the truck. So there's going to be one like this, one about 1 inch away, and that's going to give us the spacing we need in the middle for the heim joints. So let's go ahead and start welding it up. Now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. We'll just put the outside ones on for now, and that'll give us a nice way for mock-up. And then we're going to end up putting our 1-inch spacer in the middle, and we'll weld our inside panel on once we get it mocked up. as nice as the first set, but I think those welds will do. So let's go ahead and we'll drill through the floor. We'll get these mounted up just temporarily, and we'll see how the heim joints line up. So this is the bottom of the power wheels. This is where your seat goes right here. This is where your foot goes, and this is the gas pedal that's currently in the bottom. What I did was I made these little plates, and what they do is they fit perfectly where your foot would go. So we're gonna take these, we're gonna clamp them, drill the holes out, and that's going to go ahead and give us a place that we can put one of these on the top for my son's feet to hit, and one on the bottom that our cradle is going to hang down from. Let's go ahead and get that done. So something I like to do is after I drilled the first hole, I'll just go ahead and slide a bolt in it. That'll make sure that it's in the right spot, and the other ones go ahead and line up really easy. That's one. Now we'll move to this side, and we're going to do the exact same thing. I'm just feeling right here with my finger to make sure that it sits flush top and bottom, and there's a little ridge right here that should keep it aligned. And that's as easy as it is. Now we can go ahead, we'll put this plate on the back side, we'll put the plate that we just welded the cradle to on the bottom, and we'll come back and show you what that looks like. So here's the inside of the F-150. You can see our plates fit nice and snug up against the shifter bezel here. This is your forward and reverse, well, what used to be forward and reverse buttons. But you won't even be able to tell. Once we powder coat these, you won't even be able to notice that they're aftermarket. That's all we have for the fabrication on this project. So we'll send it all out for powder. We'll get it all cleaned up. We'll bring you back to start putting it together. Should be about a week or so. We'll see you next week. Take it easy. Do stuff.